Hey guys, Mr. Raffle here. I'm here to read you some pages from your book, The House on Mango Street. I'm going to read pages 19 through 25, and I hope you enjoy it. And again, I look forward to meeting up with you guys and hearing more of your discussions about what you're reading in this book. Gill's Furniture, Bought and Sold. There is a junk store. An old man owns it. We bought a used refrigerator from him once, and Carlos sold a box of magazines for $1. The store is small with just a dirty window for light. He doesn't turn the lights on unless you got money to buy things with. So in the dark we look and see all kinds of things. Me and Nenny. Tables with their feet upside down, and rows of refrigerators with round corners, and couches that spin dust in the air when you punch them, and 100 TVs that probably don't work. Everything is on top of everything, so the whole store has skinny aisles to walk through. You can get lost easy. The owner, he is a black man who doesn't talk much, and sometimes, if you didn't know better, you could be in there a long time before your eyes notice a pair of gold glasses floating in the dark. Nenny, who thinks she is smart and talks to any old man, asks a lot of questions. Me, I never said nothing to him, except once when I bought a Statue of Liberty for $0.10. But Nenny, I hear her asking one time, how's this here and what the man says. This is a music box. And I turn around quick, thinking he means a pretty box with flowers painted on it with a ballerina inside. Only there's nothing like that where the old man is pointing, just a wood box that's old and got a big brass record in it with holes. When he starts it up, and all sorts of things start happening, it's like all of a sudden he let go a million moths all over the dusty furniture and swan neck shadows and in our bones. It's like drops of water, or like marimbas, only with a funny little plucked sound to it, like you were running your finger across the teeth of a metal comb. And then I don't know why, but I have to turn around and pretend I don't care about the box, so Nenny won't see how stupid I am. But Nenny, who is stupider, already is asking how much, and I can see her fingers going for the quarters in her pants pocket. This, the old man says, shutting the lid, this ain't for sale. Meme Ortiz. Meme Ortiz moved into Kathy's house after her family moved away. His name isn't really Meme, his name is Juan. But when we asked him what his name was, he said Meme, and that's what everyone calls him except his mother. Meme has a dog with gray eyes, a sheepdog with two names, one in English and one in Spanish. The dog is big, like a man dressed in a dog suit, and runs the same way its owner does, clumsy and wild, and with the limbs flopping all over the place like untied shoes. Kathy's father built the house Meme moved into. It is wooden. Inside, the floors slant, some rooms uphill, some down. And there are no closets. Out front, there are 21 steps, all lopsided and jutting like crooked teeth. Made that way on purpose, Kathy said, so the rain will slide off. And when Meme's mama calls from the doorway, Meme goes scrambling up the 21 wooden stairs with the dog with two names scrambling after him. Around the back is a yard, mostly dirt, and a greasy bunch of boards that used to be a garage. But what you remember most is this tree, huge, with fat arms and mighty families of squirrels in the higher branches. All around the neighborhood of roofs, black tarred and A-framed, and in their gutters, the balls that never came back down to earth. Down at the base of the tree, the dog with two names barks into the empty air. And there, at the end of the block, looking smaller still, our house, with its feet tucked under like a cat. This is the tree we chose for the first annual Tarzan jumping contest. Meme won and broke both arms. And the last section I'm going to read is called Louie, His Cousin, and His Other Cousin. Downstairs from Maymay's is a basement apartment that Maymay's mother fixed up and rented to a Puerto Rican family, Louie's family. Louie is the oldest in a family of little sisters. He is my brother's friend, really, but I know he has two cousins and that his t shirts never stay tucked into his pants. Louie's girl cousin is older than us. She lives with Louie's family because her own family is in Puerto Rico. Her name is Marin or Maris or something like that, and she wears dark nylons all the time and lots of makeup she gets free from selling Avon. She can't come out, gotta babysit with Louie's sisters, but she stands in the doorway a lot of the time, singing, clicking her fingers, the same song. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie, love you're in love and so am I. Louis has another cousin. We only saw him once, but it was important. We were playing volleyball in the alley when he drove up in this great big yellow Cadillac with white walls and a yellow scarf tied around the mirror. Louis's cousin had his arm out the window. He honked a couple times, and a lot of faces looked out from Louis's back window and then a lot of people came out. Louis, Marin, and all the little sisters. Everybody looked inside the car and asked where he got it. There were white rugs and white leather seats. We all asked for a ride and asked where he got it. Louis's cousin said, "Get in." We each had to sit with one of Louis's little sisters on our lap, but that was okay. The seats were big and soft like a sofa, and there was a little white cat in the back window whose eyes lit up when the car stopped or turned. The windows didn't roll up like ordinary cars. Instead, there was a button that did it for you automatically. We rode up the alley and around the block 6 times. But Louis's cousin said he was going to make us walk home if we didn't stop playing with the windows or touching the FM radio. The 7th time we drove into the alley, we heard sirens. Real quiet at first, but then louder. Louis's cousin stopped the car right where we were and said, "Everyone out of the car." Then he took off, flooring the car into a yellow blur. We hardly had time to think when the cop car pulled in the alley going just as fast. We saw the yellow Cadillac at the end of the block trying to make a left hand turn, but our alley is too skinny and the car crashed into a lamppost. Marin screamed and we ran down the block where the cop's car siren spun a dizzy blue. The nose of the yellow Cadillac was all pleated, like an alligator's, except for a bloody lip and a bruised forehead. Louis's cousin was okay. They put handcuffs on him and put him in the back of the cop car, and we all waved as he drove away. Thanks, guys, for letting me join it. I hope you're enjoying this